Let's talk about a common question that I get asked all the time and I see asked in comments in various Facebook groups. And that question is, do you tell people that you're wearing a wig when they compliment your hair? Or just in general, do you tell people that you're wearing a wig? And I'm going to give you guys two examples that demonstrate the pros and cons of telling people that you wear a wig. The wig on my head is California Beach Waves by Tressalure. This is a wig that I've reviewed. It is on YouTube. You can search Denise Sheets, California Beach Waves. I have promised that I will wear this one periodically to give you guys an update on how it wears because it's super long and it has heat-friendly fibers. And I am going to, when I take it off later today, I'm going to film and I'm going to show you how I care for it when I take it off. But let's talk about this question. I do believe there are pros and cons to telling people that you are wearing a wig. And I have, like I said, two examples. The first example happened about a month ago. I was at an event for my son's football team and someone's grandma was there and we were decorating our boys' lockers and she was right next to me and she took one look at my hair and I was wearing girl mono in the color saffron red rooted, a red wig, and she said, I don't know if that's your natural hair or not, but did you know that yesterday was National Redheads Day? And she said, Happy National Redheads Day. And I kind of laughed and I said, oh gosh, no, it's actually not, it's a wig. And you should have seen the look on her face. She was incredibly uncomfortable. I don't think she expected that, and she didn't know how to respond to me. Well, there is an example of a con of telling people if you don't read your audience and assess the situation. My second example, it happened today. I was getting my nails done, and the woman next to me commented on my hair and told me how pretty my hair was. And then she said she was thinking about getting her hair layered. And I said, well, layers can be really fun. It can really help with movement and volume. And that's all I said. Then she said to me a few minutes later, do you have naturally curly hair? I should have taken that opportunity to tell her that I was wearing a wig. Instead, I said no. And then I spent the next 20 minutes kind of worrying about her asking more questions about my hair, because at that point it would have been really awkward and uncomfortable to then say, oh, this is a wig. If I would have just admitted it when she made a comment about my curly hair, I could have relaxed the rest of the time not thinking about it. So here's my advice to you. If you're comfortable telling people that you're wearing a wig, I would recommend you assess the situation. Some of the things to think about. Where are you? Is this a total stranger? Are you going to be interacting with this person more? Are you someplace where they might come back to you with more questions, making it a lot harder to turn that conversation around and start talking about wigs? I personally am very uncomfortable going into great detail about my hair unless I admit it's a wig. I don't want to try to make something up as they ask me questions. Where do you get your hair cut? Who colors your hair? What products do you use on your hair? I would feel really awkward. So I tend to err on the side of telling people, unless all it is I'm standing in line somewhere and they compliment my hair and I know I'm probably never going to see that person again and they're probably not going to engage me in a lengthy conversation. But if it's someone that you're going to be seeing again, maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a parent of one of your children's friends, or someone that you might interact with on a regular basis or even just occasionally, I encourage you to think about how you will respond to those comments. Being prepared to have people ask you about your hair will go a long way in helping you feel comfortable in public situations. The worst thing is to never think about this topic and then have someone start asking you questions about your hair, because you will freeze up. You will not know what to say because you did not prepare ahead of time. So my advice is think about how you'll respond when people ask questions. And if you're comfortable sharing that you wear wigs and it seems like an appropriate situation, I say go for it. I cannot count the number of people that have been helped by me and others sharing that we wear wigs. I have had people come up to me and say, oh my gosh, my sister, my mother, my aunt, my friend, my cousin is losing her hair. I didn't have any idea wigs looked like this. Or I've even had a woman say, oh my gosh, I was just diagnosed with cancer and I'm going to be starting chemo and I've been so worried about losing my hair. And I've been able to talk with her about wigs and share resources. You just never know who you'll help. So I encourage you to think that through. Do what you're comfortable with, but know planning ahead will help take the anxiety out of these social situations where someone might ask you about your hair. I hope you guys have a great day.